Okay. So what we are doing today is we are going to start taking a look at really visualizing and manifesting this goal that we have been thinking about all these weeks, right? We've made it more and more concrete. We have added more and more details as we've gotten more and more focused on what it is that we want to create.
Can you switch the music a bit softer? Otherwise, I cannot really hear well. Yeah, great, thanks.
Can you still hear the music at all?
Yes.
Yeah, just a bit. That's nice.
Okay, great. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we have been putting all of our intention out there, right? So everything we've been doing thus far has been very intentional and motivational and taking inspiration and all of those things, right? Now what we want to do, one of the things we said in SMART was act as if. And so we want to go through this visualization journey of what is this going to look like in your mind's eye as we move towards achieving this goal. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a future timeline, and we're going to create kind of like an opening into the future, and I'll explain what that looks like in a second. But before we do that, remember in the SMART session, one of the things I asked you was time. How much time are you giving yourself to manifest what it is that you want? Okay, that time that you allotted yourself is the timeline we're going to use in the bottom of this page. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to unpin myself. So remove this pin. Perfect. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to mark what our timeline actually is. I'm going to do this really faint on the bottom because I want traces of it, but I don't necessarily really want it to show. Okay. So the left, usually the center of your page is present. The left is the past, the right is the future. Okay, but now what we are doing is we're creating a future timeline. So I want as much future as possible. So I'm not going to put my present timeline in the middle. I'm going to put my present all the way at the left edge of my paper, right? And I'm going to give myself a present day. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you also have an end goal in mind, right? So what we're going to do is put the very left side of the paper as your end goal. Now, next to both of these, I'm going to put the date. On the left, I'm going to put the date for present. On the right, I'm going to put the date, my due date. Okay?
Yeah.
Today is the 6th. Yeah. Okay. So for me, this is a 8-month span. I'm going to the end of the year. Okay. For you, your timeline may be different. What I want you to do now is create measurable markers. So for example, if your end goal is 5 years from now, I want you to mark down between the present day and there, the 5 years, right? So each Jan 1, for example. Okay, so since mine are months, I'm going to do May 1st, June 1st, July 1st, August 1st, So I'm going to create markers, and I'm going to create 8 of them because I have 8 months between now and then. Okay? So depending on what your end goal is, you want to create either in weeks, months, or years, equal segments as much as possible. Again, perfection is not the goal. The goal is for you to be able to see that. Good?
Yes.
Ready.
Beautiful. Once you have your guideline, what I want you to look at is on your present day. Okay? The higher end of the paper is the higher frequency feelings, right? It's the highest vibrations. On the lower part, it's the lower vibrations. So fear, doubt, all of that is on the bottom. Joy, love, authenticity, all of that is at the top. Okay? In terms of your general frequency right now, where do you feel like you fit in? Are you somewhere at the top? Are you somewhere in the middle? Are you somewhere on the bottom? How are you feeling energetically right now? Wherever you are, I want you to put an X there.
X now.
Just X marks the spot, and I'll tell you why in a second. Okay. This is the point of origin we're going to use to create our opening into the future. Okay, so this whole entire page is the whole realm of probabilities and possibilities that are going to come. We don't want to dictate terms to the universe on absolutely everything. We want to, as much as possible, suggest and influence a very specific chunk of this pie. So for that, we are going to set our intentions by creating that pie. So from the point that you put on the page as where you are right now, I want you to start creating a few lines that create a triangle to the edges of the paper. Okay, so I'm creating an opening.
Bij dat punt, hè?
Ja.
Dan moet je ook
You
visualiseren.
don't have to double or triple your lines if you don't want to, but you know me, I like to have this. So once you have your opening, the next thing I want you to draw intuitively is a personal timeline into the future. So how are you going to travel within this opening from here beyond this point? So we're not going to stop at our due date. Our line is going to continue to move outside, but we know we have a due date in mind. So intuitively, I want you to follow your neurographic line and mark out your travel point from here. Okay. Now, this line, I do want you to double or triple or quadruple. I want this to be the most visible line on your chart or on your composition. Now, once you have that timeline, I want you to start looking at the dates you have on the bottom. Between now and your deadline, are there any known events you have that are coming up that we can program into this? So for example, my birthday is in July, almost middle of July. So almost aligned with the middle of July, I want to come up and I want to give myself this power to shine, right? So I'm going to create a little sun to be able to shine bright on my birthday or around my birthday. So whatever symbology works for you, but you're not restricted to neurographic geometry. You can use them as well. You can use triangles, you can use squares, you can use circles, but you're not limited. You can use stars, you can use the moon, you can use suns, whatever symbol that means something to you, okay? Now I kind of just like the circle light, so I need to make sure it's the sun. I'll just put the sun symbol. There we go. Now, another thing that I want you to do is notice the rise and fall of your line. Okay, so on the areas where I see major dips, one of the things that I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting squares either through it or around that same spot on the line, because squares are fortifying, are strengthening, and as things are going to the bottom and as things are going to their lowest point, I want strength. So I'm going to start putting some squares around the lowest dipping points on my chart. 1 second. Okay. Now, another thing you can do is on the points of the um, timeline that are going down, or the parts you don't feel comfortable with, you can actually add a triangle, which is our symbol for change, and point the triangle towards the direction you want things to move in. So we want to change things for the better. So as you're going along and looking at these timelines, you want to see different events and put different symbols up for them on your page. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Now, some of these are events that you know for sure are going to happen. Some of these are events you are planning to make happen. Or you are wishing, you're hoping that they're going to happen. Okay, just to put you on a little bit of a notice, my desktop is doing weird things at the moment. If for whatever reason I lose you on the desktop, my phone is going to continue to run. So the class is going to run. You're just not going to be able to hear me for a minute. I will come back if this somehow kicks me out of Zoom.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not going to get this interrupted. We're just, see, challenges with Mercury retrograde. Okay, once you feel like you have enough shapes, like I do, what I want you to do is I want you to start rounding all the intersections.
Okay.
Dat is heel wat.
Are you already up to rounding the intersections?
No, not yet. We're starting now.
Okay, great. I think I can turn the music up a little bit now.
Zit je stemmen dit niet? Nee.
My puppy dreaming. I'm sorry if you can hear her yelping in her dream. So one of the reasons I wanted you, or the reason I wanted you to double or triple up your main timeline is not just because I wanted it to stand out, but also because I want you to have a visual representation that things can go different ways as you move forward towards the future. It may not go exactly the way you expected, but it is headed all the same way. So let's move into this with hope, with determination, but with detachment from expecting what is going to happen. We'll put our best foot forward, but we'll see where it goes. Is as much as we're programming, we're not dictating to the universe. Right? So this is not a practice for control. This is not a way for us to control our future. This is a way for us to prepare ourselves no matter what that future brings, because of or in spite of our best intentions. A lot of the time when we really want something, we get attached to outcomes. And we even get attached to the how. It has to happen the way I want it to happen. And by doing that, sometimes we actually push our blessings away because we're not open to what the universe has to offer us, because it doesn't look exactly like we wanted it to. Right? So this is in some ways a practice of detachment from that while attaching to a dream very steadfastly.
Enig, hè? Ja.
You guys usually have less rounding to do than I do, so when you're ready for the next step, let me know.
Just next step.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're gonna color our composition, but what I want you to do is color these two sections that are outside in a solid dark color. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. How do I do that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's been too fast, or me too.
I'm too fast. And you?
I also have colored. Oh, it should have been dark.
Dark. Oh boy.
So darken it now. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see again.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But I can darken it because it will be fun to experience, right?
Sure.
So the point of this is so that you had a light center in the center. And these parts you're not actually programming at all. Remember I told you we're taking a pie and we're taking a chunk? So the idea is to leave these dark because you are not putting any energy on them. And now, even though you have another whole composition in there, what we're going to do is something different. Pretend that these lines that you drew first are a window into your full composition. So still darken those two sides that were giving you the pie. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Very good.
I should remember to tell you how to color before anything else
Yeah, because
because you guys are going to jump ahead.
Waarom ik moet niet wegtrekken, weer wat anders. Ja, dat is een leuk gezicht.
How did it work out?
Yeah, nice.
Goed.
Actually.
Good.
Een stilte doen.
And once you're done coloring,
Yeah.
you're done for the day.
Oh, really?
Sure.
And then next week, we're going to do another tree.
Oh, yes. Oh, I remember that one. That has been hanging on our wall for a long time.
Lovely. So last time we did a tree of life where we
Yeah.
did past, present, future.
Yeah.
This time we're going to do a tree of purpose. So the foundations of what you want, what you already have, and what you're going to create. Same composition, just different circles and different meanings.
Lovely.
Good.
And I'm pretty sure you guys will finish that session during the session, whereas the majority of the rest of us won't.
That's usually true. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
It's also strange that we both have that.
And in the same tempo.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are very well matched in life. That's amazing.
I guess so.
You naturally tick at the same rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, after so many years of being together, why I wouldn't expect anything else.
24/7. Almost.
Did you know that when you hug someone else, your heart rates match each other?
When we hug someone else.
What else?
When you hug someone, your heartbeat and their heartbeat synchronize.
Yeah, they synchronize. Yeah. And much more. Your speech, your blood flow, even your period. When you live with women, they have the same period, huh?
I have a very close friend actually who lives on the other side of the world. She lives in Amsterdam, I live in Canada, and we have synced up. So for the last 3-4 months, we are on the same schedule.
True.
So you're absolutely right about that. But if your heart rates are beating at the same rhythm, it's no surprise that you live life at the same pace.
Yeah, sure.
Your hearts have been beating together with the same rhythm for a very long time. So I'm not surprised.
No, neither am I. I love this. This is going to bring a lot of memories through the year.
That's amazing. I suggest you put it somewhere that you can see from time to time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
So next week we're going to do the tree and then that's it. And then 2 weeks later, we're going to start the next journey, which is the chakras journey.
The chakras and the, what was the other one you were announcing?
The journey to self. You guys have already done that one.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people asking me to do journey to self in person again.
Yeah, it was lovely.
And so I'm going to offer that again, but you guys have already gone through journey to self. It was interesting because when I was turning that into a evergreen course, I started to realize how much work sessions 2 and 3 were each time, because I would give you your numerology report and your astrology report, right? And for me, it didn't sound like that was a lot of work, but then to try to prepare all of the different combinations together that are possible for anybody who's gonna, like, wow, that's a lot of work I'm doing every single time, and I didn't realize it.
Yeah, it was. And for you too.
But it's very beneficial for all. It's learning experience for me.
Yeah.
And it's a learning experience for you. I think the best way for us to learn anything is to teach it. So when I do those reports for you guys, I'm also learning.
Yeah,
I love that.
definitely.
You learn by teaching. Now,
Yeah, it is lovely.
Happy?
yes, all right. Also, the endeavor to make some things black.
Yeah, that's good.
Just go for the black as well.
And also, it's okay not to see the whole picture. The
Yeah.
essence of the picture will still be there, even if you don't see all of it.
Really nice.
Radiating, isn't it?
Yeah,
Ongoing.
it's meeting.
It manages to challenge our perceptions about ourselves through every composition, you know? That's why I love neurographic art.
Ah, it's a lovely journey, Mary.
Yes,
I'm so glad you like it, guys.
thank
I'm
you.
so glad you've enjoyed it. I guess I will see you guys next week. I will catch up with you then.
Right, Al.
Fantastic. Have a very good transition through the eclipse period.
What do you say?
Happy new moon. I'm saying, let me just turn the music down.
Happy
I said
New
I
Year.
wish you a great transition in the eclipse season.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely are going to have that. And within a year, I'm going to make this thing come true.
Amazing.
It is already true
It is already
Exactly. Exactly.
because
just a matter of surrendering.
there's
to
no
it.
time, my dear.
No, I know. Lovely. Oh, I enjoyed this really much.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so happy to
Yeah.
hear that.
It's lovely.
Also,
So we see you next week.
just
I will see you next week.
for-
Same time,
And-
same place. And I will I will send you the link along with the replay today. If you don't have it by tomorrow, please email me because I need to
I
know what's
will.
going out and what's not.
I will.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you so much. Ciao for now.
Bye. Lovely to do.
goodbye. Thank you.
So for everyone else who wasn't here, I'm going to continue to do this and I will finish all the rounding. I will color it. I will explain a little bit more about the coloring when I get there. But if you don't have as much time as me, feel free to fast forward to the parts that you need while you're watching the replay. But I'm going to finish this composition for you and I will send everything in the replay. In the meantime, if you have any questions about anything, you know where to reach me. Okay, to color this, like I said, I want to put the majority of the emphasis on the pie that we have created. Okay, so we're not going to create any pieces outside of this. We're only going to have them inside of our pie. And on the outside, what we're saying is we know that there is a whole realm of probabilities and possibilities out there that are going to happen outside of this. That is outside of the sphere of the influence that we're trying to create with this composition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken out this part. Okay. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I want to give the center of my composition a really bright color. Okay, so I don't want to color my shapes in yet. I want to color everything around it, and I want to give it a somewhat of a bright, I want it to stand out. So whatever color that is for you, it's up to you. I'm going to try to use a really light yellow. Yeah. Okay, but whatever color you choose, you just want it to be really bright. Probably before that, what I want you to do is color in your personal timeline. Okay, so I'm going to do that first because I want my timeline to stand out. I'm going to color that in first. Now, I picked pink because pink is my favorite color. Anybody who knows me knows everything, pretty much everything I own is going to be in this color, or in a shade of pink. So for me, pink is very personal and very quickly identifies as something that's mine. So I'm claiming this timeline by using my favorite color. You can do the same. You will discover areas that you had not rounded before, and that's totally fine. Okay, so once I have my timeline, I'm actually going to color in everything else other than my shapes. I'm going to color in this bold color because I want the background to stand out. I am literally drawing a bright future. No matter what comes, it will be bright. It will give me the opportunity to shine. And once you have that, you're going to then start coloring all of your shapes in whatever color you like. The point is, from here on out, it is supposed to look beautiful to you. It is supposed to be pleasing to you. So whatever color you like, you're going to be able to use in this section. once you have everything colored and completed, this is your future timeline. I suggest you put it somewhere that you can see from time to time. And I hope that everything that you have put on this piece of paper comes to pass. But for now, this is the class. I will see you next week. Hopefully, I will see you all next week for our next session in neuroart, which is going to be our last class. We're going to be doing a tree composition. Most of you will not finish this in class with me. We'll spend 2-3 hours together rounding everything out, but chances are you are going to spend majority of the time over the next week or the next few days rounding and coloring your tree. So if you have any questions about this session, you know where to find me. I hope you all have a peaceful transition through this eclipse corridor, and I will see you next week for our final session in this journey. Thanks so much, everybody. I will see you soon.